Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 1. Let me turn that down just a little bit. There we go. Alright. Sleepy. Whoa, that was a really big yawn, Keiichi-kun. I'm usually awake once it's time to eat, but doesn't look like I can do it today. I was watching TV until late last night, so I'm so tired right now. Was one of those raunchy TV shows you loved so much on last night? How extremely vile! Don't jump to conclusions. It's perfectly normal for boys, nothing to be ashamed about. Rika not patting my head only made me feel worse. Could you just let me pass out this lunch break? No, seriously. My. You think you would just sit here and allow that? You think I would sit here and allow that? I'll get really angry if you disturb me. Really angry. Yeah, that's actually kind of how I'm feeling right now as well. Because it is 11:04. I'm a little bit tired. This was just dreadful. Just so sleepy. I slumped my head onto the desk and drifted off into an afternoon nap. It seemed that Satoko had responded, but I pretended not to hear. Cut it out, Satoko-chan. Keiichi-kun fell asleep. His sleeping face, so cute! You can take him home later. Let him be for now. Let's move over there. It'd be rude to Keiichi if we bothered him now. Rika-chan really is a good girl. Let's not wake him up even if the teacher comes back. I take that back. The excuse that I didn't sleep much last night because I was watching TV was a lie. I was in bed at the usual time, but because of the conversation with Oishi-san that afternoon, I didn't get much sleep. Just spending the day like this, it's almost as if the incident with Tomitake-san didn't happen at all. It made me think, was Oishi just trying to deceive me? But it was probably the truth. One thing was certain, I couldn't speak to anyone about it. He wanted my assistance, but I really didn't know anything about it. If I knew I wasn't going to be of any help, I probably wouldn't have listened in the first place. It ended up with me again, regretting learning something I didn't need to know. If I had never... Oh man, sorry, excuse me, I need to change my freaking seat. If I had never learned about it, I would without a doubt be goofing off with the rest of them right now. I couldn't help but resent Oishi-san for this. Huh? When was that? I heard he wasn't there the next day. It appears he vanished the night of the Watanagashi. Ah, they're talking about it too. Mion whispered to keep others from listening in, but I could hear it clearly. On the other hand, Rina's voice was even harder to pick up, but I could still tell that she was quite upset. It couldn't be. Are they talking about Tomitake-san? Yeah, they are. Itake. Not sure. That's all I know. I would have to feign ignorance about this topic because I needed to keep it a secret. Rather than waking up and being forced to lie to join the conversation, it was much easier just to sit here and pretend I was asleep and listen in on the discussion. Wait, why did I have to pretend to be asleep while eavesdropping on my friend's conversation? The guilt stung. So, and me. There are others, right? Two? But they don't know if it's from the curse or if this was an onikakushi. Onikakushi? To be hidden away by a demon? What a mysterious phrase. I did, however, get the feeling it meant nothing good. there was another, right? Right? If it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah. But, this year, that all? Grandma and the mayor had talked about it. Seems they talked to the police about it beforehand. They said they'd take care of whatever happens this year without causing a commotion. Then, without us knowing, someone had them. You mean Abi. Next could me. I wonder. Don't worry. You got home safely. But it's not allowed, right? That was a long time ago. Let's stop talking about this. Ooh, so she did something bad. Maybe it was part of the protests, possibly? Amidst the uncomfortable mood, both of them went silent. The entirety of the conversation was still a bit unclear, but a few parts caught my attention. First of all, the term onikakushi, to be demoned away by the context it was used in. I would guess it's similar to being spirited away. I suspected that was what it meant because Tomitake-san and that woman, it really bugged me that I don't know her name, vanished after the Watanagashi. The next thing that stuck out was when Reina said, "There's another one, right?" Mion also said, "If it's Oyashiro-sama's, yeah," responding to something. If it's Oyashiro-sama's curse, then there had to be 2 victims. Is that what she meant? Come to think of it, I remember Mion saying at the beginning that they didn't know if it was from the curse or if it was a case of onikakushi. It seems that the curse and being demoned away are different things, and they were phenomena that were paired together. Ooh, well, blood splatter. I recalled Tomitake-san's terrible end. That wasn't something as elegant as disappearing. That horrendous end would best be described as cursed. Then, the woman with him, it means she vanished because she was demoned away? Oh, that's not right. What I do know is that there's normally an even number of victims of the curse proper. And the last point that bothered me was Reina. Reina was frightened. For what reason, I didn't know. However, she knew that something had made her a potential target for Oyashiro-sama's curse. If I recall correctly, Oyashiro-sama should be the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. Isn't a guardian deity supposed to defend the citizens and drive out invaders? If I recall correctly, yesterday, Oyashiro-san said that originally the targets were enemies of the village, but recently there was no longer any distinction between them or regular outsiders. But if that was the case, then I would think I'd be the more likely target, having moved here more recently than Reina. From her composure, I could infer that she was grimly certain that she would be next. I should probably relay what I heard just now to Oishi-san, informing the police of what I heard by eavesdropping on my friends while pretending to be asleep. It made me feel terrible. It raised a few questions and left me with a bad taste in my mouth. Would it be better not to seek the answers to those questions? As I continued to learn more and more, I felt like I had fallen past the point of no return. I would definitely regret this one day. I would definitely regret ever having learned of these events. Oh, back to cheeriness. The teacher approaches. "Keiichi-san, you must awaken." In the distance, I could hear the ring of the handbell signaling the start of the afternoon classes. Gah! I couldn't sleep at all. I hastily opened my eyes and raised my head up. It was in that moment when I leaned against the back of my seat. Ow! There was a thumbtack stuck in the back of my chair with tape. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Circumstantial evidence was enough. Satoko! Guilty without trial. Capital punishments. I furiously jumped from my seat. And I tripped as if my feet were tangled up. They tied together my shoelaces. My shoelaces have been tied together, yep. Not bad, Satoko. While I was sleeping, you were able to conceal your presence and able to pull off this fine piece of work. The teacher came in right as I was about to pull off my shoes and tackle Satoko. Oh ho ho! Did you not notice that our teacher has arrived, Keiichi-san? Take your seat. Clomp, clomp, wish, boof. Not caring one bit, I made her eat a flick to the forehead. Ha ha. Blah! Keiichi-san is being mean. Hey, don't pick on the younger kids, Mahabara-kun. Of course. Apologize to her. I saw Satoko stick her tongue out at me. That little brat. Come on, Mahabara-kun. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll apologize. Sorry, Satoko-san. In any case, I apologized, even if it wasn't a completely insincere tone of voice. Damn her. I'll remember this. Keiichi-chan. Kei-chan. Get revenge at the club meeting. Take your seat. I sat down after Mion told me to. She'd switch to class representative mode. Ah, school is done. Or this is maybe club time. Oh. Okay, there we go. With the boring classes finished. I cannot speak today. With the boring classes finished, school was finally over for the day. Now then, what should we do for our club today? Personally, I would like to play that deduction game one more time. I was hardly able to play it last time because of Oishi-san. Reina and I weren't even able to test out our strategy. That's right. Today, Keiichi-kun and I will be victorious. What should we do? We've never played the same game 2 days in a row before. Why not try asking me? Mion looked over her shoulder as we made eye contact. She slowly tapped her palm with her fist as her face suddenly lit up. Oops, I completely forgot. I need to go help my uncle today. Sorry guys, not today. Helping your uncle? Aren't you a little goody two-shoes? Oh, aren't you a little goody two-shoes? Sorry, really, I really did forget. Well then, sorry guys. This old man is heading back home now. Mion left us with that and rushed off to the exit after snatching up her bag. You see, Mi-chan, she sometimes goes to help out her uncle shop in town. Ah, I thought she wasn't the type to get caught up in such bothersome stuff. She said that she gets paid for it. It's quite a bit of spending money from what I hear. I see. She was able to pay for that mountain of games with what she saved up from there. But that, wouldn't you call that a part-time job? Isn't that against school policy? There's a clause that states family businesses are excluded. That makes sense. Because it's a small town. Is that what she's calling it? Oh, I mean, it is. So what now? Pass on the club today? So, we're done today, I guess. Won't it be fine even without the club president? Let's do this! I opened the club locker and began searching for the deduction game from that ever-growing pile of games. Ah, here it is. The deduction game from yesterday. Man, I had to stop just as I was getting the hang of it. Ooh, excuse me. At the very least, I wanted to repay Sotoko for what she did during the afternoon break. I do not mind. But is that fine for Reina-san and Rika? If Keiichi-kun wants to so badly, I wouldn't mind playing for a bit. Oh, we're not going to be doing our team thing? I think it's better if we do it when we have everyone together. Yeah, thank you. When she says it like that, I wanted to go shopping if there wasn't a club meeting today. Going to buy some soy sauce and other things. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. Well, I guess since it's been a while, I should go treasure hunting. What's this now? Everyone was no longer in the mood for club activities. If I kept on trying to push the matter, it may make them realize I had a trick up my sleeve. Ah, well, I'll give up this time. Man, I really was looking forward to playing it. I shuffled through the cards as if I was still caught up on it. At the next opportunity, I shall give you a sound thrashing. Oh ho ho ho! The murder is Satoko. The murder weapon is the pistol. It was you after all. What did you say? Then I'll just... Satoko looked through the cards on the desk and stuck out 3 of them at me. The murder is Keiichi, in the lounge, with the rope. I don't need no rope. I'll just strangle you like this. Ha! No! Keiichi-san is such a beast. Phew. Well, I guess it's good that I got that out of my system. Blah! I'll remember this Keiichi-san. She was used as a plaything for quite a while. How unfortunate. Ahaha, cute, cute! Everyone got ready to go back home. I also helped gather up the scattered cards. I suddenly paused. They were just the suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Reina, Satoko, Rika, Keiichi, Mion. Satoshi. Satoshi? Not all the cards were made by us. Or at least, every card beside this one has the name of a club member. Does this mean that this Satoshi fellow is a member? Was there someone in the class named Satoshi? I couldn't find anyone named Satoshi on the class roster stuck up on the wall. It was from the year prior. Keiichi-kun, let's hurry and finish cleaning up. Being rushed by Reina, I finished up quickly. Sotoko and Rika-chan had already headed merrily for their lockers, so we were the only ones left in the classroom. Right now, Reina had already gotten her bag and was ready to leave. Reina, there must be quite a few people who transferred from the school, right? I tried asking Reina in a bit of a roundabout way. Reina made a troubled face and then answered. Yeah. Hinamizawa is a rural town, right? Some people transfer out every now and then. Then is Satoshi another one of those transferees? Sorry, I don't really know. There was a bit of a pause, but the answer was pretty much immediate. Imminent. I'm not saying it to be mean. Just last year, I transferred in, so maybe I just missed him. So I didn't hear much about him. Sorry. I'm not sure, sorry. Her answer was a lot like when she refused to tell me about the murder at the dam. I was saddened by her denial and felt a little bit of anger. I'm their friend, aren't I? Well, I'm keeping secrets from them. Well, as that thing pops up. Friends don't keep secrets from their friends, do they? Well, we are. Though I do appreciate that they've kept that something cursed thing away from me. But if everyone was worried about it, I'd rather be worried with them. That's what it means to be friends, right? For a moment, I wondered just what kind of face I was making just then, with these mixed feelings of sadness and annoyance. Keiichi-kun, you're making a scary face. Why is it? Why? It was probably exactly the kind of face Reina said it was. It appeared my grim expression had frightened her. Ah, sorry. I was really looking forward to the club today. I'm just feeling down about it. I rustled Reina's hair. Hehe. Let's go home. Dragging that awkward mood with us, we headed home. What do we got? I love that sound. I wonder why. Why have I been getting this dumb feeling lately? I don't know anything. I had nothing to worry about. I was just enjoying my everyday life. My long, outstretched shadow gave no answer to my naive inquiry. Keiichi-kun, are you tired maybe? Maybe? Reina timidly questioned the reason behind my mood. I'm sure my expression made the situation even more unsettling. You think so? Yeah. You seem to have been a little out of it ever since this morning. Maybe a cold? Physically, I was pretty sure I was in perfect health. It may not seem like it, but I've had perfect attendance since elementary school. Reina continued on since I didn't give her an answer. It could be that the fatigue from moving has finally caught up to you. It's completely different from where you used to live, after all. Of course, you've gotten tired, since there's so much you need to get used to and remember. Maybe that's it. Yeah, it has to be. Reina was also like that at first, too. She's talking about herself in the third person. I can tell you, you know? I wondered if Reina also experienced the slight bit of alienation last year that I was feeling right now. Thinking so, I felt that she was the only one who could understand how I felt. I'd like to hear about when you first came to Hinamizawa. How was it? Feeling I had been drawn in the conversation, her face suddenly brightened. Ah ha ha ha! It was the same as Keiichi-kun. I didn't know the villagers' names at all. Michan and the rest were all very kind, so I wasn't lonely, but I did still feel a little out of place. Reina told me all the details of when she had moved here. All of her first acquaintances, surprises, worries, and good times. So, Sotoko got you too? Yeah. There was a thumbtack put on my chair. Poke. Then with that, yeah. That really takes me back. When were you invited into the club? The first day? Nah. There wasn't a club at the beginning. Huh? It was formed partway through? Interesting. One day she said we should stay after and hold a big game tournament. Come to think of it, Mia did say she was the first club president. Now I get it. This is a secret, but Michan used to be really bad at the beginning. Ha ha. She'd never win. Huh? Mion, really? I can't even imagine that. She had to do most of the penalties that she came up with. Ha ha. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I can't believe Mion was like that. So she gradually transformed into a monster who used any means necessary to win during that time. Mion is at her best when she's fighting dirty. I began making more friends beside Michan after that, but yeah, it might have only been since you moved here that I finally felt I had gotten used to it here. I guess Reina had also been left in the dark about Oyashira-sama when she had just moved. I guess when they finally told me about Oyashira-sama, I'd be considered one of them. I wonder when I'll finally be considered one of them. Huh? Did you say something? No, sorry. Just talking to myself. Ah ha ha, Keiichi-kun, you're so silly. Reina was poking fun and laughing at me, and I couldn't help but laugh as well. But I suddenly stopped. Then, after making up my mind, I spoke. Hey, Reina. Is there something that everybody is keeping from me? Huh? No, not at all. You're lying, aren't you? Reina suddenly stopped. Her expression was cold and intense. What do you mean by that, Keiichi-kun? Her tone was still the same cheery and light-hearted one as before. You are, aren't you? Keeping something from me. After understanding what I meant, her expression grew even more intense. Seeing that face, I regretted saying something so rash. But she came back at me in a way I didn't expect. Well then, Keiichi-kun, aren't you keeping something from us? Oh, look at those eyes! Do you hear that sound? Oh, that's creepy. And that's where we're going to end this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!